What's good, guys? I'm John the Chief, and for today's video, it is the Mayday regular co-op world record run that we had. This time the Relic Runner is a Wacky Krabs. Fun fact, we did this whole entire run while he was actually drunk. So yeah, he did it drunk and got a really high score, so that just says something. But anyways, we gave him Mayday because Mayday is his favorite map, and basically the strategy that we're doing is very similar to all the others. First tab, we set the grenade turret where he's going to be camping. We set up the challenge so he can still use the grenade turret, so even if it's 50% accuracy or melee 15 scouts, which it will be either or, what will happen is that if it was 50%, I'll throw the flare, build up the accuracy with my pistol, and let him be able to spray while we knife for the hive. But since it's just melee 15 scouts, it was really easy. We didn't have to worry at all for this. So, what we did was that every single time we got $1,000 for this, we kept dropping it for him. That way he could get a perfect first hive, because you don't get much money, and since we don't have much money to start off with, he doesn't get much money to start with, so he can't throw down that many drops, but he needs still a total of 15 drops in order to get a perfect score. Unfortunately, the drill kind of dropped a little bit at the beginning, but it's okay. We don't have to worry that much. I used a tank just to distract everything away from the drill, and he ended up with a near perfect score, except for the drill. Usually our biggest concerns when it comes to high scores are either the drill and teamwork. Personal skill should be always a guaranteed perfect, so we never actually worry about that. That should always be next to perfect. But yeah, so this challenge we got kill 10 aliens without taking damage. This kind of scared us, so I yelled out throw a flare, but I was throwing a flare out myself, so that was kind of stupid on my part. So we ended up wasting 2 flares. Fortunately though, we don't need to worry about wasting too many flares, because our strategy is that we're gonna we're gonna have a ton of crafting for him, so he's gonna be crafting nothing but sticky flares. So we don't need to worry too much about wasting flares. We only need to really be concerned about that when we hit the 3rd area. The Cedar spawn is gonna be a main money source, so you want the non-relic runners to kill it. That way we get a little bit extra cash, and that means more cash for the relic runners. So there's no need for him to actually be the one who puts in the finishing blow. It should be one of the actual support runners. You're guaranteed a Cedar on the 2nd hive usually, so that is something you want to watch out for. I was kind of lucky with my gun. I was able to get a MTAR with extended mags and a red dot, so this was actually pretty good for me, because it also had all the attachments that I'll need to transfer over to a bulldog when I buy my bulldog. I'll be using the same, having the same job as I did on all the other ones. My main priority is to be guarding that drill and actually making sure that the relic runner always has a grenade turret. So I'll be throwing down the grenade turrets a lot, and also be watching the drill mostly with my bulldog. This hive is usually very easy. We don't have to worry that much about it at all. And there's nothing really too special going on here. We're just basically waiting for it to be over. We know he's gonna get perfect because we had enough cash starting off with. Nobody's running relics because we have 4 players, so we don't need to be running relics in order to actually be doing this run. And that should have been a guaranteed perfect for him. Next are going to be this door. It doesn't matter how you actually approach this door. Nothing really special goes on in it, no matter what. It's guaranteed to go the same way every single time. Personal skill, teamwork, and drill protection doesn't matter at all for these doors. They're just basically guaranteed score. So here we're going to be setting up crabs in the back corner. I'll be starting off by throwing a flare so that way we have an easier time killing the Kraken. The grenade turret really helps for killing the Kraken, and also being weapon specialist, you can just activate your weapon specialist ability and you can spray a ton of bullets into them and it'll kill the Kraken tentacle really fast without having to worry. You want to get this tentacle killed off really fast because it spawns more enemies, and sometimes it can spawn hunters and seekers really close to the drill. So you kind of want to make sure that you don't have to worry about those spawns being right there at the drill, like you see right there where it was like puking. Sometimes it spawns an enemy there, and you do not want that to happen at all. After Krabs uses the grenade turret, I think we're going to be shifting him to a new location because the corner is not that great of an idea for spawn killing, because what we can do is that we can spawn kill from this spot and you can hit everywhere they're coming from. We have just me watching the drill, and then it should be another guaranteed perfect because he can get most of the kills this way.
The drill is halfway there.
So after I spec in the grenade turret, like always, I'll be specking into my class. That way I get the faster reload and more damage, so I'll have an easier time guarding the drill. We don't need to worry about specking into ammo or armor since someone else has armor. I think it's Bolt that has armor. And since I'm deploying grenade turret, that's the only thing that I have to worry about. Krabs prefers the +3 grenade turret, so I'm only going to be sticking at +3 and won't be upgrading anymore. Probably will be specking into sentry guns and my pistol, so I could be carrying more weapons later on. You're likely to get gun challenges in Mayday, especially in third area, so what I did was I spec'd in the pistols early on so I could be ready to pick up any weapon without having to replace my Bulldog. You want to be doing this mainly because you don't want to have to like keep buy another weapon and buy another weapon over and over again. It'll be kind of stressful because you don't earn much money in the third area, so you want to make sure that you're always prepared. And that was another basically guaranteed perfect. Next is another door. Remember, it does not matter how you approach these doors. Teamwork, drill protection, and personal skill do not matter. There is no challenge, so you don't need to worry about anything. And it's just another guaranteed score, so we're going to skip that. Next is this challenge. We got the leopard challenge, which usually it comes to the back of the map, but sometimes it comes straight for us. It came right for us, like you see right there. It was on the corner of my eye, and that was the easy one. Sometimes they like to go near the outside where there's able to jump off the boat, basically. So you want to be watching out for that. So it's always good to have barrels, that way you can always track it down. Usually it'll be the only hunter-shaped creature that spawns at that point. Notice how I'm doing the weird position where my back is towards all the enemy spawns and I'm just facing the drill. And right now I'm yelling at my teammate to help guard the drill while I'm placing down another grenade turret for my team, for Krabs. Because you always want someone watching the drill. Drill protection is a must-have to be next to perfect at all times. One of the bad parts about 4-player is that the drill is much easier to be brought down on 4-player difficulty. So that is the only bad part about doing this on 4-player. That's why a lot of teams actually do on 3-player. But I prefer 4-player just because more people makes it easier to actually do everything. If you need to do something really quick, you can quickly just call out a teammate to help you out or something if the situation arises. Again, we're running armor-piercing ammo like always. I prefer armor-piercing ammo over everything else. It's my favorite by far. So. and that should be another guaranteed perfect for crabs. Mayday is a next to perfectionist map. There is not much room for error. All of the maps are basically perfectionist maps. You gotta be perfect on everything, especially in the first two areas, because those are the easiest ones to get perfect. Third area gets a little bit hectic, so it kind of gets hard. So you want to make sure you have as much leeway as possible. So you want to make sure you're flawless for the first two areas. So for this strategy, for this window, what we do is that we have Assault Clutch on his grenade turret just watching the drill. And we have Krabs on his grenade turret trying to get kills. And Assault Clutch is not moving his grenade turret from anywhere, he is just there simply to be watching the drill. While Krabs, in case he has to pick up money or throw something down, he doesn't have to worry about watching the drill. I'm watching Krabs and Assault, so it's kind of like, again, the chain of watching each other, so that way it works out really well. Drill does not drop much during this one. I think this is the only, that was the only damage it takes, which was kind of unfortunate, but oh well. It's hard to get perfect on this one. This one's kind of hard on 2-player. This is why I like 4-player, especially for this hive. Again, I'm using the Bulldog. The Bulldog is probably my favorite weapon for score runs. I think I use it on nearly every single regular run. For crafting, I don't think we at all make any Venom X's. I think we let Krabs make everything. So he makes a bunch of pipe bombs in third area, and he crafts a crap ton of sticky flares for first and second area. Now on this side you can either get Phantoms or Seethers. We fortunately got Phantoms. Phantoms for me are easier to deal with because they always go into this room, and if you have a Bulldog, they go down in about one magazine, so they're hardly a challenge at all. Seethers on the other hand can be kind of annoying. They get into weird spots which are hard to hit unless you have like an assault rifle or SMG, and it's hard to get a grenade turret to be able to hit those spots, so it becomes very tedious when you have to deal with Seethers, so we were kind of fortunate in this aspect. And we're almost done with the hive. That is basically it. It was a close to perfect, but the drill did take 2 damage. We did get all the drops for him, and we also got max damage done, so he was able to get perfect off of that. You can tell by how well I did on that hive that he would have been able to get basically perfect. So for this, we're doing all the doors. I'm going to speed through this because after the first door that we did, it was really early in the day when we started, so I had to go make myself some lunch because I got hungry, and I just sat in the back corner while they did the doors, because after all, nothing matters whatever happens in the door. Even if teammates go down or something, it don't matter, because during the door, it's just solid score for just beating the door. These doors go relatively fast, so, and also during these doors you kind of get like an infinite break basically to do them. And now we're going to be starting the next hive. During this hive we got the shotgun challenge, so I was pretty happy about that. This was an easy challenge for me. I think we also had one other teammate having a Bulldog, so it was even easier since I think we got 2 Bulldogs out of the lockers, so that actually made it really convenient for us. This challenge goes by very fast because we have 2 people with shotguns, so we didn't have to worry at all. We killed the Seether too close to the drill, so like a Seeker, the Seether actually explodes when you kill it, so it does a lot of damage, and it can hurt the drill just like as if you killed a Seeker near the drill. So It's kind of important to watch out for that. You want to make sure you kill the seeders and seekers before they get too close to the drill. Otherwise, they could do a ton of damage and hurt your score greatly. We perched Krabs up on top of there. That way he has a little bit of leverage so he can see a little bit higher. I kind of like that spot. I use it for solo, so. Plus, you can also grab onto it from behind, so he doesn't have to worry about climbing up and anywhere to grab onto the grenade turret. I was told the Rhino spawn, so I quickly activated both my abilities to make sure it doesn't go anywhere, and I was able to kill it really fast. So again, I'm using the weird positioning where I can watch the drill while not being taking too many kills away from Krabs. That is the very important part of that actual spot. The way I place myself while guarding the drill is that way I don't take too many kills away from the Relic Runner. Being a kill whore is not the best thing for actually being in a score run. That is a very important thing. If you're kill whoring, you're taking a lot of the kills from the Relic Runner, and it could actually ruin the score for them. So during this challenge, it's kind of weird. That's why we use a flare for it, because if you don't know, the grenade turret doesn't count as hurting it, so we can't just, everybody hurts it and then he kills them with the grenade turret. He actually has to put a bullet into everything. We kind of use the 2 rhinos that spawn as easy ones, but that rhino, sadly, someone didn't shoot at it. Luckily, we do have a ton of flares to use, so because after all, we do get a total of 14 sticky flares. I was not able to save the drill from that because my bullet didn't have enough range, so that was kind of unfortunate. And the challenge is done. This challenge can be kind of annoying. Again, I'm standing in the position so I can watch the drill, and all I'm doing is supplying grenade turrets for Krabs. Also, I'm on Rhino patrol, so if Rhino spawns, I'm supposed to kill it because I have the Bulldog, and it allows me to kill it very fast.
Cover me. I'm reloading.
And that is basically it for the second area, not much else to do. Please remember that when you do the side doors, you gotta do it at the specific time that I did it, otherwise you're gonna be losing out on a ton of score. You can also tell by how high my score that I got, that you could tell how high Krabs would have gotten also. This is a really easy challenge. Again, I'm just supposed to watch the drill. We let Krabs activate the traps, I think eventually we put a sentry gun on there so that way it helps lure enemies into the trap so that way he gets more kills out of it. It's hard to get a little bit of damage on this area. That's where we usually struggled for score. We didn't get enough damage a lot of the time. You don't have to worry too much about this drill. Another reason why I like being tank is because I don't have to worry too much about getting hurt that much. If things hit me, oh well, I have double health. It takes a lot of things to hit me in order for me to go down, so that's kind of like the huge upside about having double class. I waited for that seed to crawl away before I actually killed it because it was right over the drill and I knew that explosion would have actually hurt the drill. So you gotta always be watching out for that. The seeders love crawling into places where it's near the drill, and if you just basically fall for their taunt and actually kill them in those bad spots, you'll be hurting yourself in the long run. And that should be another next to perfect. We didn't lose that much score since it only went down to 99. And we had the good hive. I call this the good hive because the other hive is kind of trapped where you can't actually see many enemies when you're the grenade turret user, so it's kind of bad for that. One of my teammates accidentally killed the seeder while trying to help me kill the hunter, and it kind of blew up on the drill, so that's why I kind of hesitated and stopped shooting, but that was kind of unfortunate that they actually spawned right next to the drill, which is kind of stupid. It's kind of like the meteors that spawned right next to the drill on Nightfall and Point of Contact, because it causes it very hard to actually guard the drill.
It's almost there.
I think Mayday is the map where you earn the least amount of skill points, so you want to be careful with what you spend them into. Again, we got another easy challenge. If you didn't know that, we got two of the easier challenges for these two first hives in the third area. Don't bleed out is a guaranteed, and protect players should be a guaranteed. And I did not see the enemy that went on the drill. I kind of freaked out about that for a second because we were next to the end, and that kind of happened. We lost a ton of score for that, but he's still doing fine. That was probably a total of 4,000 score loss. That was probably the only place he actually lost significant score. Now we're going to do the next two doors. Two doors are very simple to do. Again, they have nothing really important about them since there's no drill protection, teamwork, personal skill, or challenge, so it doesn't matter how bad it goes. The drill could drop to only 1 drill health, and you'll still get the same score as if it stayed at 100 drill health. You can still lose on these doors. I tested it. Me and a friend, we were bored one day, so we wanted to see if it's actually possible to lose on a door. So we planted 5 bouncing betties near the drill. Rhino ground pounded it, and the drill went to 0. So, and we lost because of that. So it is possible to lose, but I think they only give you enough time to lose if you actually set it up to lose. That's the issue. I think even if a hunter got on the drill, it wouldn't drop fast enough.
Team boosters ready.
Drills locked. Watch your six.
Nothing special again is happening during this. I'm just walking around aimlessly. We do get quite a few phantoms which are able to max out our cash, but since I'm already at max cash, I didn't bother to help kill any of them. I let my teammates kill them so that way they get money, because I wouldn't have gained anything if I killed it. And we're on the 3rd last hive. Make sure you guys are ready for the Kraken. The Kraken can be really difficult sometimes. You can't go sloppy over there. It is usually really easy to get a perfect Kraken, but you want to make sure that you're not being sloppy.
Sentry online.
So I used my tank ability right here to lure the Rhino away, because I was afraid that it would actually hurt the drill, and it ended up doing 3 damage, so that kind of pissed me off. It's very important to be guarding the drill the whole entire time. Drill protection is a priority. Hope you guys are learning a lot from watching me run support on all these runs. I thought my perspective would be an interesting one to see, because the support player, it's kind of weird knowing what are you supposed to do as the support runners, because everybody knows what to do as a relic runner. You sit on your grenade turret, you throw everything down, you pick up everything, and that's it, you get a perfect score. But what are the stuff the support runners are doing to make it all possible is kind of interesting. So for this challenge, it kind of got me a little bit nervous, because spending 20,000 can be kind of difficult in the 3rd area, mainly because you don't get much money in Mayday since you're in half cash once you get the 3rd area. That's why it's very important to make sure that most of your cash actually goes to the relic runner, so that way he can always be dropping down everything. For this, we have assault clutch on the grenade turret helping guarding drills and such. That way it's a little bit easier. And Krabs didn't really need a grenade turret, second grenade turret as backup. So that was kind of nice. Plus, with assault clutch on the grenade turret, he's able to watch the drill a lot easier with me. I started getting a little bit scared of the challenge, so I started placing a sentry gun. I think I'm going to be placing another one soon, but I'm not really sure. Also notice our amount of flares. We have been spamming a lot of flares throughout this area. It's really good to have all these extra flares lying around. It helps out greatly. Because Mayday can get kind of hectic if you let seeders go by. So you want to make sure that you are prepared for everything. Right there, I was trying to make sure I got a critical, so I got an extra 1,000 cash to spend. We don't need much more cash to spend, but we're going to get this challenge after one more. I believe there was a sentry that's still in place that got it, so that was kind of nice. Right now, Krabs is doing really well on the score right now, so I was pretty confident that we're going to get the record. It was looking as if we were going to get around into the 530s. This challenge, I believe I'm not the one doing it. I was just watching drill the whole time because I didn't have enough cash. We decided for the actual LMG users to be grabbing a chainsaw instead of an LSAT. I think most of us prefer the chainsaw over the LSAT. Plus, it's a lot more fun using the chainsaw, in my opinion. I like the chainsaw. It's one of my go-to guns, actually. I think it's one of my top 3 favorite weapons. Like, my 3 favorite weapons right now are probably the Bulldog, MR28, if it's on 2 or 1 player, MR28, that's strictly that. If it has more players, I can't use it. And the Bulldog and Chainsaw. I think I listed Bulldog twice, but that's how much of a favorite it is for me. And as a challenge well done to my teammates, they were able to do the gun challenge. I actually spam my tank ability a lot on this map because my tank ability lasts for 10 seconds of invincibility, and I'm like a human flare, so it's really useful actually to be using it. And that was a perfect. So now all that's left is the chlorine gas, which should be fairly simple. We did have a slight mishap with it. What happened before we actually started the chlorine gas is that we made Krabs unload all his bullets because he was scared of actually losing his personal skill by missing a bullet. But what ended up happening somehow, he had the personal skill dropped for him at the end of the chlorine gas that was equal to actually missing a shot, and we know that he had enough armor the whole entire time. We were covering him, we kept throwing him down armor, so I'm not totally sure what happened with that personal skill, but who knows what happened. Either way, it was looking as if we were going to approach 530 until 534-ish, around there until this point, and then it seems like we would barely beat the record.
Grenade turret going live.
So I expected the ammo, that way I could drop down ammo, and I threw it down away from Kress so he could not pick it up. He was very scared of that personal skill dropping, but it somehow dropped anyway, so we were all kind of frustrated about that. So I need to do a little bit of testing to figure out why it dropped, but not totally sure what to do. Again, nothing really special happened at all during this actual chlorine gas. It should be usually a piece of cake. He sits right here on the grenade turret, and it's like a shooting gallery for him. All of them will come towards the pipes, and he can just easily hit them off one by one, and it's no problem at all. Teamwork and personal skill do matter though for this, and the way it works is that you don't get drill protection, it's actually pipe protection, but the way it works is just dependent on whether they survive or not. So they could go down to the red and be close to death, but you'll still get the same score as if they were never touched at all. And we are basically at the end of the chlorine gas. Next step is the actual Kraken fight. Kraken fight, it is a little bit weird the score you earn for that. I'm not totally sure what determines it or what's capped for it, because for this one he got 21,000 raw Kraken scores, so I didn't even think that was possible. I thought 20k would have been capped or somewhere around there, so that was a little bit strange. We didn't think he was going to make it because it looked like he was actually going to be 200 score off or around there. And I was kind of upset with that, but somehow he was able to get the record. We were still really confused by that. Kind of shocked all of us. I also had to quickly buy ARX because the ARX would allow me to hurt the Kraken. Bulldog does not have enough range in order to actually hurt the Kraken. With class frequency boost and double class, I am able to activate my weapon specials really often. I'm able to activate it for every single time the Kraken's vulnerable, so that actually makes it really easy to take out the Kraken really fast. For a Kraken score, you want to be able to kill it fast. This is a theory. I'm not since there's no breakdown, I can't be like completely 100% sure like I am for most other parts of score. But for this, I have a theory that is based around teamwork, personal skill, and how fast you kill it. So you want to be able to kill them as fast as possible. You want to kill the Kraken so fast that the red heat doesn't even happen. Like, you won't get hurt at all from the red heat. Again, the Kraken's nothing special. It's very similar to what we do for the breeder fight. We just keep dropping him money, let him get a bunch of kills, and so forth. Notice how I'm aiming for mostly the critical spots like the eye and the mouth, because those are the spots where you do the most damage by far. I don't know how critical multipliers work for the Kraken, but it is greatly increased when you hit it in the weakened spots, so you want to always be aiming for that when killing the Kraken fast. And we're halfway done with the Kraken.
Grenade turret online.
You want to also make sure that the Relic Runner is getting a lot of kills during the Kraken fight. There's not much to do. You just basically treat it like a hive also. So you want to make sure he's not getting touched at all. And now we only have a quarter left of the Kraken. It's very important to kill this next part of the Kraken as fast as you can, because I think you get more score if you kill it faster.
It's under the ship. Reload and get ready. Body armor ready.
And we're almost done with the Kraken, basically. Not much left till it starts going red, and we're ready to finish it off with the kill. We also try again as much drops at the end as possible for him. Crabs, that way he can maximize whatever teamwork value there is in the Kraken fight. And the Kraken's dead. That is it, basically. Hope you guys enjoyed. We managed to get around a 729, I believe, somewhere around there. I'm not 100% sure, actually. But we got a really good score. There we go. 729, 761. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know this run could went better if the personal skill didn't glitch out on the chlorine gas, but we would have approximately had around a 734-ish, somewhere around there. I can't be exact because I couldn't see his exact score, but he told me his personal skill was in the 2000s, and cap for personal skill is 5,000 for the actual chlorine gas fight. So I know he lost it off of an accuracy miss. He must have, I don't know why it happened, but it did, unfortunately. So that kind of really did suck for us, but whatever, we still were able to get the #1 spot, which is our main objective. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm still trying to get better at these commentaries. I lose stuff to talk about, but again, hope you guys enjoyed the video and have a great day, guys.